In 2022, a diamond was sold at auction in Geneva for $41 million. It was not the largest diamond in the world, not the oldest, not even the purest. It was the most impossible, because according to every known law of geology, this diamond should not exist, and the story of how it ended up at that auction is the most expensive story you will hear today. In 2019, Paul Allen's estate funded the last known private submersible dive to the Titanic wreck site. Allen had died in 2018. His net worth at the time of his death was $30 billion. His obsession with the Titanic had been documented for 2 decades, and 3 months before his death, he received a report from his research team.
It's all right, Father.
A report that has never been
you.
made public. A report that described what his submersible found at the coordinates of cabin B57 on the ocean floor in high definition. For the first time in history, that report described a vivid blue object, consistent with a large faceted gemstone in a partially open leather case on the floor of the North Atlantic at 3,800 meters depth. Paul Allen died 16 days after receiving that report. His estate has never commented on its contents. The report does not exist in any public record. But here is what we know happened next. 2 months after Allen's death, a legal brief was filed in the Virginia Federal Court, requesting permission for a targeted recovery operation at the Titanic wreck site. The brief was filed by a law firm with no public connection to Allen's estate. It described an artifact of significant historical and commercial value in the first-class cabin debris field. The brief was denied in March 2020. The court cited the 2000 International Memorial Agreement. The case was closed. But something happened before the case was closed that nobody reported. In the weeks between the filing and the denial, Lloyd's of London retained legal counsel and submitted a friend of the court brief supporting the retrieval petition. Lloyd's of London, the institution that has had an open unclaimed insurance right on this diamond for 108 years. Lloyd's supported the retrieval. The court denied it anyway. And now the most important question of this entire story is not where the diamond is. We know where it is. It is at 3,800 meters in the cabin B57 debris field, documented in high definition in 2019. The question is what happens next? Because in February 2024, something changed. The United States Congress passed an amendment to the Titanic Memorial Preservation Act. The amendment was procedural and largely unreported. But buried in the language of the amendment was a clause that had not been in the original act. The clause created a process by which a documented artifact of provable private ownership, predating the ship's sinking, could be petitioned for individual consideration outside the general memorial protection framework. In plain language, the amendment created a legal pathway that did not exist before February 2024 for the retrieval of the Titanic diamond. 3 lawyers filed a petition under the new clause in April 2024. The petitioners are not named in the public filing. The artifact is described only as a documented personal effect of Belgian origin, insured at Lloyd's of London in 1911. The petition is currently under review. No ruling has been issued. The Virginia Federal Court has set no hearing date, but Lloyd's of London has retained new legal counsel in the same Virginia jurisdiction for the first time since 2020. The diamond has been on the ocean floor for 112 years. It has survived everything: the pressure, the cold, the darkness, the legal denials, the deaths of the people who wanted it. But the law changed in February 2024, and for the first time since the Titanic sank, there is a legal pathway to the surface. The question is not whether someone will try. Someone is already trying. The question is whether the court will say yes. And if the court says yes, The most valuable diamond in the ocean will be brought to the surface. Visualize what happens in that moment. The recovery vessel departs for the North Atlantic. Authorization confirmed by the court. The world watching for the first time. An authorized dive to the Titanic with a specific objective. 3,800 meters. The same depth, the same darkness, but this time with permission. The debris field, coordinates confirmed. The leather case, more buried than in 2019. But the diamond, still visible, still waiting. The submersible's mechanical arm approaches. Titanium fingers close around the stone with the precision of a jeweler. The first human contact with the diamond since the hands of Etienne Claes in April 1912. The ascent begins. 112 years of waiting, unwinding. With every meter, the submersible rises. 3,000 meters, 2,000 meters, 1,000 meters, and then the light. The first natural light the diamond has seen in 112 years. The surface, the submersible viewport emerging from water into air. The diamond, back in the world. On the deck of the recovery vessel, the leather case is opened for the first time since 1912. The diamond is lifted in platinum tweezers. Blue, vivid, perfect, unchanged by 112 years. The craftsmanship of the 1910 Antwerp cutter, visible in every facet, 1 century later. And then, the auction, the estimated value, between $250 million and $350 million. This has not happened yet. The petition is pending. No hearing date, no ruling. Lloyd's of London has had an open claim since 1912. 112 years of waiting. The archive exists. The claim exists. The law changed. And the diamond is still there. At 3,800 meters. In the same place. In the same darkness. Where it has been. Since the night of April 14th, 1912. The most patient object on Earth. That has survived everything. And may be about to come up. The court has not yet ruled. But when it does, the entire world will know. Subscribe to Forge Empire. We will report the court's ruling, the day it is issued. And when the diamond comes up, if it comes up, you will see it here first. The ocean does not give things back easily. But for the first time in 112 years, there is an open question and the answer is coming.